Okay, so this is Writers of the Lost Zord podcast on Kiva, Kamen Rider Kiva Part 2. I am Shigeru Joe.
Isamu.
I'm Nami Shot.
This is Andy.
And we're covering episodes 10 through 20 of Kamen Rider Kiva. This covers an arc involving a new character, Kengo, a fairly large arc with Ixa, some more prominent stuff with the past, and Otoya and Yuri. And then it ends off with one of my favorite 2-episode arcs in the whole series.
Let's just get to brass tacks. This is about Ixa and Otoya, the two best characters.
Like, I've noticed that when Naga is happy, he's a bigger douche than normal to everyone. And he starts off like that at the beginning of these 10 episodes. And about the 3/4 of the way through it, he's really pissy and depressed and shitty to everyone. Depressed. When he's happy, he's a dick. When he's unhappy, he's a bigger dick. So keep that boy in the middle, because he's just not a nice fellow. Like, oh, you guys are happy that you're starting a band? You guys should quit and do something useful to society. I'm helping. Like, fuck you, Nago. You didn't kill Kiva. Stop being a douche.
Honestly, I think my favorite character from this arc is definitely Kengo.
Oh, Kengo.
Oh. He's shaking.
I love everything that happens to Kengo.
And, I bet you do.
And, you'll see the stuff that happens to him. And
oh, God, this turned dark.
I do like his Kengo's alternative to his activation. Does he have it yet, or
no? That doesn't happen for a good 15 episodes.
No spoilers. Sorry.
I'm in the podcast now.
That's why I asked if you rewatched this chunk of episodes, because there are some spoilers with what happens to some people. And
we get to meet Wataru's mom. It's not really spoilers if you're paying attention, but
I saw her once.
Yeah, you on the at the last arc, which is about Wataru getting his dad's soul inside him for some reason. You meet I forget what her name is, but she's the queen of the Fangire for a little bit. And if you pay attention, you notice this is more than likely Wataru's mom, because she can turn it dark and get a nice pinkish moon, and she has a little Kiva following her. First time I watched this show, it didn't hit me until the second appearance. But oh God, is she not fucking beautiful?
So okay, wait a minute. I'm up to like episode 20. Should I have already seen her besides that one little clip at the end of one of the episodes?
Nope, that's all you see of her.
Okay,
in the first one.
Okay, because I was like, did I miss something?
Because you see Otoya meet her, and he's like, excuse me. Because he gets all fucking flustered thinking she was Yuri, and then you see her attack the Fangire who tried to marry a human, like turn the world black, get the big pink moon, just power waves out of her hand, killing it, and at the end of the episode, she walks away, and you see like a silhouette of a Kiva following. And I say a Kiva because most people know there's Dark Kiva, but in the series right now, you don't know what Kiva that is.
I mean, if you've been paying attention to the episode, there is more than one Kiva.
Yeah, they reference that Wataru's Kiva is Kiva the third, so this might be Kiva the second or the first.
That I do not know yet, but yeah, I definitely love Wataru in this arc too.
Like
how he's more coming out of his shell.
This arc really has Wataru coming out of his shell and getting a lot more being a person, and you also get introduced to one of the main antagonists, the first part of the Checkmate 4, Rook. And Rook is a special boy. Like,
he was a certified BA, but he was a mean one.
Like, when you meet him in the past, he is just a crazy motherfucker who plays games all the time, aside from killing and eating people. Where if he loses the game, he punishes himself.
Yeah, he grabbed those fucking power lines.
Yeah,
he treats himself. And then when you meet him in the 2008, he's
got he's like... He's when you first see him in 08.
Yeah, and it's not just normal amnesia where you're completely coherent and you just forget things. It's, I don't know, my, like, mentally broken amnesia where he's like a baby and he's like, you special little child. Do you need child safety scissors?
Do you need to put your helmet back on?
Yeah, like, at one point I'm like, Rook, what happened? I forget what happened to your head, but I know someone took a take. Am I the only one who feels like when Wataru first used that Buron booster, he needs to never use it again because it's so goddamn ugly? That's like in episode 11 or 12 when him and Nago have like a ride-off with their motorcycles. It's just ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fun-looking, it's just kind of meh.
Like, his original bike was fine, don't touch it.
Yeah.
Also, another fun part about this arc is this is where you start to really see that Ixabel get passed around through multiple people.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Like, this season and a few other seasons really made me realize that EA could never make a Kamen Rider series because each person would have to pay like $4.95 to unlock Henshining for another user.
Yeah.
Because just in these 10 episodes, I think the Ixabel gets passed back between Jiro and Otoya 3, maybe 4 times.
And doesn't the... Well, no, she doesn't actually transform with it. Doesn't Yuri get it, but she doesn't... She's scared and she can't transform?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Near the beginning of it, she gets all pouty because Jiro was officially given it, and she was throwing a fit. She was like, Otoya, let's go out on these. Like, all right. And then, like, at the end of the day, I don't like who you are today. And I'm like, when you have Otoya, one of the horniest men in Kamen Rider history, be like, bitch, knock this shit off. You're kind of being a pain in the ass.
I'm starting to like his character turn to where they're slowly showing you that he obviously does like women, and he likes being aloof, but he's sort of like Captain Jack from the Pirates movies, where he knows what's going on, and he's a human, he has emotions, and he can be serious and stuff. He just usually chooses not to be. It's not that he can't be. He just likes being the way that he is. But he can act other ways, and there's more going on below the surface. And I'm liking how they're doing that.
You definitely see his serious side where he's like, you know what, the fun games are over, Jiro. Knock your shit off. I will take your belt and try and kill you because you will not make Yuri your little doggy mama.
Mm-hmm. And it's
that
sort
was kind of a big move too, by the way.
One of the episodes that really stood out with me, him standing up to Jiro like that is definitely, part of his character development. It was somewhere around episode 19, I believe. It was the episode where the Fangire was working in a clothing store and he was killing the girls that were buying the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
One of them wanted to buy a dress, and she kept coming up and asking him, hey, my brother's hurt. Can you go do this? Can you go do that? And, he'd go and work and make all this money and just give it to her. And Yuri comes up to him and just says something like, are you really that stupid? And he kind of has like this double entendre answer where he's like, well, maybe I am. But you know that he knows what's going on.
Yeah. And
then later, he was obviously doing it on purpose because he dressed up like a girl later to trick the Fangire. So, he knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Which was funny that, he dressed up like a girl. Just, you weren't expecting it.
Later part of the Rook arc with him and Jiro teaming up to fight him.
I thought that was so awesome the first time they teamed up because they're just like, okay, let's drop whatever the fuck we're doing and go kick this guy's ass.
That really sets a precedence for how their friendship is built. Like, they're not buddy-buddy, but from then on, it's less of a...
It's like a begrudging respect, almost.
Yeah. It's less of, I'm going to kill you when you let your guard down, and more of, you're doing this for different reasons, but I respect them, but I still don't like what you're doing.
It's almost like Batman and Superman.
Yeah. Actually, I was thinking it was. This is more of the scenario. Okay, Okay, let's just do something completely random here. We say the name of the biggest stick. They say each other's names. Did we just become best friends? Yes, we did.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Because Rook is a total a-hole, and you find out the past with Yuri's mom developing the Ixa system, and how Rook basically ate her and everyone else working on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rook's probably got a, big appetite if he ate all those people.
Oh yeah, I mean, the fact that he knew that it would be more of a species killer sort of thing.
And you find out, go ahead.
And it's like with a lot of the monsters when you have Van Helsing and some of the stories and tellings that you.
And also,
he's killing basically everybody. Let's take precautions and strike first.
Mm-hmm. And also with that Rook arc, which is one there's an Ixa arc and a Rook arc that really dominate these 10 episodes. You find out Rook was one of the main people that killed a lot of the Wolfen, which were Jiro's family and his clansmen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big reason why Jiro wants to murder him, and why he wants to use Yuri to sire himself some puppy. Which just makes me think, is he going to have one human friggin' Wolfen, or is he going to have a little litter? But that's me.
Most likely a litter.
I was assuming that as well.
Also, would the pregnancy be a normal pregnancy, or would it be the whole 9-10 weeks thing?
I don't know. I don't want to know, but I kind of want to.
I just want to know how he knows they're genetically compatible. Being different species like that, I mean, there's no guarantee that they could even have kids. And he's just like, yep, she's going to have my kids with no kind of information.
Hey, maybe he's just following his bone.
And that always leads you to good places.
I think you also really get introduced to the Franken character, who I cannot remember his actual name. Same thing with the merman.
Is that the one that turns into the hammer?
Yeah, there's Ricky is the merman kid.
Let's see here.
Shit, I really should have wrote this down.
This is why I have the wiki up.
It doesn't help that they
Ricky.
so rarely say his name.
Doga is Ricky.
Okay.
And Basha is Roman.
Okay, I had the names backwards.
Or Ramon.
Basha Magnum.
Ricky, he is a very quiet and good mother.
I want to say how awesome the first time Kiva uses all three of them together.
Oh, Dobasha. That's episode 18. Guess what he's never going to use again?
He's never going to do that again?
Nope.
He never does it again. Well, actually, he kind of does it again, but it's not canon. It's in the special DVDs.
I was about to say, are you talking about the Hyper Battle video?
It's a Hyper Battle video.
Yep. For some reason,
Oh, go ahead.
He never uses Dobasha, or however it's pronounced, again in the whole series.
Dogabaki.
That's pretty sad, honestly.
Yeah, it's just as bad as just Doga form. He only uses Doga form once.
Really?
Yep. Episode 14. And same thing with Basha. Only once. Episode 6.
He uses Garulu a lot.
No, apparently, according to this, once episode 4.
No?
He uses it more than that.
Yeah.
But then that's the wiki. People like to modify this thing every once in a while.
Because he uses it in this arc twice. Because he uses it once against Rook, and once he tries to use it, and then Nago jacks his sword and beats the shit out of him.
That was pretty cool.
That was terrifying for poor Watson.
It seemed a little it didn't have enough explanation, because he summoned the sword, Ixa did the Garuru fake, but the sword just went to him, and it just seemed weird. Wouldn't the sword just know to go to Wataru?
I don't. This isn't official, but to me it seems like the Ixa armor was based on Kiva, or at least sort of, and that was programmed in to combat Kiva. But there's no explanation for how that works.
He could just take Kiva's weapons like that, though.
Yes,
he could, but he's not going to.
I just kind of thought maybe it had something to do with Jiro using the Ink's armor for a while, and like he remembered it or something, and it felt familiar. I don't know. They just didn't explain enough.
Yeah, and the thing is, he has other flutes for the other two forms, but he does not use another fake flute to steal something again. And that's bullshit, because he already has his own goddamn sword.
And it arguably, I think it's better. I like his sword better than I like the Garuru sword.
I like the function of his sword, but I like how the Garuru sword is.
And it makes sparkle sounds.
Like the Excalibur, it's fucking cool, and it has a better skill set. But I think the Garuru's cooler looking.
Yeah. I mean, the sword is also the clip of the gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it cool.
Which, it's less of a gun and more like a TMP or like an Uzi.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I really like the part where he says, I can't remember the name of his brain car toss explosion thingy.
Oh,
The exploder?
Yeah, the exploder. Is riding on top of the castle door.
Is it just me, or when he got thrown on the castle door and he's like, what are you doing? And the castle looks at him and roars. Don't you also think the castle's calling him an asshole?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't necessarily have subtitles for him, but you know.
Because the castle has
Roars
to know
loudly.
he's been treating Kiva like shit for the past 9 or 10 episodes, and like just in that one episode, they work together and do an awesome combined rider kick.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me if I missed this. Why do some fangire just go CGI Monster Fest on us? Because I can't remember, or I haven't noticed why. They just go berserk and get big.
Because
I don't know, but I don't like the way they look when they do it.
Me neither. Like, it seems like it happens just enough to push the toys of the Ixaloader and the Castle Doron extra.
yeah, I was gonna say because toy sales will go through the roof.
Yeah, it's toy sales, but I can't figure out a good in-universe explanation for I'ma get all big and fuck your shit up.
It's
Maybe
probably
it has to do with sort of like Daybreaker's effect, where like if you're not eating regularly,
I don't
they
know.
kind of
I
lose
was
complete control of their bodies.
I was going to go with a desperation move.
Well, then I would assume all the fangire could and will do that, but they don't.
Yeah.
Well, probably some have a bigger instinct on it than others do.
I don't know. It's just
Maybe it depends on the subspecies of Fengar.
it doesn't feel like it fits in Kiva. It doesn't fit in Kamen Rider to me to begin with.
Yeah, because the other writers that happen to do this, Deno, Ghost did it a few times.
O's did it a few times.
Drive did it a few times also. There's no really any reason to it. It just happens to sell toys.
Yep. Or
That's how it feels like to anything else. There
Well, you
isn't
gotta make money.
there's no in-universe reason to it.
Yeah.
But outside of the universe, it's a sales pitch.
Because, at least in O's, when they do it, he doesn't exactly have things to do it with. Like, he'll ride a Octopus Canroid Road and slash it and do, like, a Garakiriba massive spam kick because he doesn't have any big mechs to sell. But it's always we need money, we need to push these plastic onto kidlings. But we don't want to waste 10 minutes on this dumb scene. Do it.
It's probably just Bandai whipping their big dick out. You're going to do this and make us money, and you're going to like it.
And they just be like, you pay the bills, we'll bend over, we'll do it.
Yes, Bandai-san. Or Bandai-sama. There we go. Yes, Bandai-sama.
Yasuba. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that.
Wait. What did I say?
It was going to be a horribly racist Japanese voice, but I'm not going to do that.
No, Bandai-sama. Yamate!
Mine is going to be worse.
I don't actually know what I said there. I just heard it in Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
You pretty much said, "Please stop."
Oh, I thought it was something dirty.
Yeah. The only reason I know that Yamate means stop is because I hear it in hentai a lot.
Like I said, I heard it in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and I just assumed it was something dirty.
Just like if you want to know, EA means no. Like,
No wonder you never hear that word.
You don't. I'm not going to get into that right now.
Okay, so
We're going to save this for the April Fool's Dirty podcast.
Oh, yes.
That's what we should do. That's literally what we should do with the Exploding Breast Squadron.
Oh, yeah. I know after this, it starts up another big arc in Kiva, more in the past that has more to do with the monsters and stuff happening with Wataru in the 30s. But I'm trying to think of anything real important that we haven't covered.
Give us another week and we'll be there.
We talked about the stealing of the weapons. Have we actually talked about Kiva's belt in general? Like,
Megumi got some fucking character development in that last arc. I forgot about that. She hasn't gotten any real fucking development in the whole series till that last arc about her and
with
Toru. 4 episodes beforehand. But it's done through, Otoya Wataru, which is fucking awesome.
Now,
So,
I'm going to accept a little spoiler here. Please tell me they're going to keep doing the Otoya Wataru thing.
no.
Oh, I love that. I love Otoya. I want him in. I just want as much Otoya as I can get.
You get a lot of Otoya, don't worry. He's half the goddamn series.
I want it. I want him. I want all of him.
It's just those 2 episodes where Otoya's in and out of his son's body and spends a lot of money on 80s clothes on the internet.
And then he went to that restaurant.
Oh,
where
God.
Like,
I know Otoya had to leave Wataru money because the kid doesn't fucking work. How's he going to pay for shit? How much money did he waste on 80s clothes? Because I know he did not get himself one outfit.
I don't know. Harkening back to what we were just talking about a minute ago about like the Fangire and stuff, it kind of did imply that something may have happened in the past that made the Fangire go away, because Otoya, the first time he saw Fangire, he said, "Oh, you're still around even now?" Just implying that he thought they would be gone.
Spoiler.
Okay.
That's a cool spoiler, but I'd have to be mad
No spoilers
with it. Like, say, person does pronoun in the blank, the blank, 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 the blank, 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 blank.
And then he unzips his blank, and his blank is blank.
And that's how Baby Wataru was made.
See, I've got speculations about what I think is going to happen by the end of the show. I'm just...
Ooh. I want to hear how you think that's going to happen as of right now. I'd also want to know details, because I know that both of you haven't seen all this yet.
Okay.
I can go first. I honestly, since you have told, at least, I think Andy's actually heard this too, but when he's going to learn about his past and stuff, when he gets the Emperor a lot. I mean, from judging from that name alone, you can kind of figure out that, he's Fangire royalty in a sense.
That's not surprising.
And I think a couple of the people who are using Eeks are going to die, just because you don't really see them around as much compared to like a lot of other secondary work.
Something does happen to a bunch of the past people.
Not that surprising. I see that for drama.
Like, I'm going to be honest. Otoya is living on borrowed time since he uses the Eekster driver, because it put Jiro out of commission, and Otoya fucking soldiers through it.
He does, and it's so awesome. I can't talk enough good about Otoya. I might be in love with him.
You will love his final henshin sequence and what the fuck he does. I'm not going to tell you anything more than he basically walks up to the final boss of the series, slaps him in the face with his cock, and says, "No, it's mine.
I'm about to turn left, and I don't want to hit you with my dick."
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z bridged.
Yep.
Yeah.
He makes the biggest personal insult on the final enemy of the series, and the guy can't do fucking shit about it.
I'll honestly probably be done with the whole series by next week. I just love watching. I try to get at least 2 or 3 episodes a night down.
I can try to power through as well. We can just finish it off and then just do Bowkinder after this.
Okay. Like, I can power through it, and I also know everything that happened.
I mean, if Andy's okay with kind of powering through it as well.
I might have to start rewatching after 20 after this earlier stream, and how I almost...
Because, Shirazo, you know that episode 30's stuff happens to a few people in the
Yes.
2008 arc.
Ah, yes. And all that stuff.
Ixa gets a new user. And
Yeah.
Nago just becomes, like, not a spoiler,
Spoiler.
Nago becomes Wataru's best friend and joins him in the tub more than a few times.
Wait, Nago does?
Yes.
Yep.
Like,
Nago?
Yeah, he gets all the dick removed from him, and he's like Wataru's best friend. And at random times, you know, you see Wataru in the tub a lot since he's kind of a femmy boy, and he likes that. Nago will just join him.
And it's not weird because it's Japan.
Yeah, it's pretty much time to be in the bathroom and relax a bit. Hey, man, can I join you? No.
He doesn't even ask. He just fucking walks in.
Hey, man, I'm joining you. Okay.
Behold my beauty.
And Kiva just like, oh no, not another dick.
Yeah, Kiva, he wants none of that goddamn shit. He'd rather have Mio join. He's like, no, what's wrong with you guys?
And there's another bath scene that I kind of liked for comedy reasons.
Is that the one I'm thinking of with in the 1980?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Give me
We're not
time.
gonna talk. You guys catch up because that's an awesome scene.
I think we'll power through this now.
Also, in this arc, you get introduced more to the Queen of the Fangire and more of the Checkmate 4 in both the 1985 and the 2008. So you see more than just Rook in both and Queen in the first.
Do they also have sexy Fangire designs?
Queen's Fangire design is fucking elegant.
Yeah. And King's,
Badass as fuck.
yeah, it's badass. Both. Of them.
Also, I'm not telling you anything more than we get a new writer.
Another
Yes.
one?
Kaiza?
We get two.
Two.
Yeah, we get two.
Yeah, he doesn't
Technically
come
two?
out in the 30s, does he?
Maybe I'm thinking this wrong.
Because I think that's a little bit later, but there are two more writers in the series, but we get the second one between episode 20 and 30.
Wait, are we watching Kamen Rider or Super Sentai?
Kamen
A lot
Rider.
of riders.
In total, there's Kiva, Ixa, Blank Rider, and it's not a surprise, you know there's a Dark Kiva. You've seen the figures.
It's Kaiza, right?
No.
No.
I don't think I've seen the Dark
Kaiza's twice
Kiva
then,
figure.
right?
There are movie-only writers, but we're not going to pay attention to them since the movie's non-canon.
The movies are never canon unless it's the crossover ones.
Go, Kiger.
No, Doubles movies were all same thing with most of Forza. And Oz's,
Yeah.
Well, Osis was canon, but the
it just didn't have
Murakami
any impact on the story.
Yeah, there's also no Murakami in the main series. Or Murakami.
But, like, Doubles, they were hardcore. They referenced them, but it didn't have a massive thing on the series until the end of it, where you used the T2 Joker a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the episodes 10 to 20 of Kamen Rider Kiva. This has been Riders of the Lost Zord, Isamu,
Nami-chan?
Andy?
And Shigeru Joe.
We'll see you guys next time.
Maybe.
Also, don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts. We are the Super Sentai page on Facebook. We're going to be creating an additional Facebook page for Riders of the Lost Sword and a group, so you guys can communicate with us, give us
Feedback?
not only feedback, I'm blanking on podcast topics. You can watch the shows with us and maybe give us better talking points. The more people that can help out with this, the better. And maybe we can even have some of the fans on it like this. We have a Twitter that is at Super Sentai fan page, I believe. Yes.
We also have a Patreon set up, but that's only really for if you guys want to donate to make the podcast better.
Yeah, like if we do get people giving a shit about this and we get donations to the Patreon, we'll probably get stuff to do better podcasts, maybe buy official DVDs and view them, or possibly start getting some Kamen Rider and Sentai gaming things with the ability to stream them. Like right now, I have the Kamen Rider Ryuji PS1 game. I can play that on my PS3, but I have no way to record and stream it. I would honestly love to do that, and I'd love to do it blind so you guys can see me not knowing what the fuck to do, and even more so not knowing what the fuck to do, because I've never watched Ryuki. But we don't have the ability to do that right now. It's something we'd love to do in the future. If you guys really want to,
we're not stopping you.
But
we're not stopping you. Yeah.
To see us do that, go ahead. I do want to pursue that on my own with my own money. Also,
and if you pay $1,000, you get a really nice pinup of our cast.
Oh, if they pay $1,000, I will make them a sexy calendar.
I was thinking that exact same idea. You just beat me to it.
I'll do it.
I already want to do that for my fiance without telling her. But if someone with a lot of money and wants to make me be an idiot of myself, I will do a sexy calendar with my henshin belts and henshin devices.
I just see this turning out like that Simpsons episode where Homer made that calendar for Marge.
Just imagine, a chubby, fuzzy guy in the woods with a lost driver.
With very, very blurry images.
I'm not going to be naked. Like, the internet's not ready for that game. But I'll have short shorts on.
Who likes short shorts? We like short shorts.
Like, I'll wear my driver and nothing but a Speedo.
Yeah, we'll do a sexy calendar if somebody gives us $1,000 straight up.
I have a lab coat. If I can get a freaking gamer driver, I'll wear boxers and that. You don't know the limits to me not having shame.
Wait, what is the shame you speak of?
I don't know.
I don't think I've encountered this in my travels.
Fuck. Oh, wait. Will Rob be into this? That's the real question.
He respects himself more than I do.
Yes, I'm unfamiliar with that term as well.
I have no self-respect.
Like, I may or may not fellatiate my Joker memory. And then just maximum drive all over myself.
Okay, I did hear that right.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I swore I heard that wrong, and oh boy.
Like, part of me wants some of Van to be like, you know what? Here's the money, put it in your mouth. And the rest of me is like, oh god, what the fuck did I just say for all of the internet to hear? Because I have a running bet with my friend. At a convention around here, we met a woman who made a custom-tailored TARDIS corset. And I told her, in front of about 30 people, if she made one that would fit a dude, I would wear it all weekend at the convention and tell them where to buy it. And she just stared me down and said, if I had the time, I would make you fucking do that. And I just had this look on my face like, glad you don't have the time, because I would. And my son would never let me live it down in 10 years.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Have a good night.
It's